What's good, everyone? It's the BioPsychoSocial, and welcome back to episode 4 of Behind the Songs. So, I want to remind everyone that tonight, really tomorrow, but tonight at 12 a.m., my new single drops. It's titled Trust is an Illusion, and it features Ethan Asher. He's a great artist, and I'm happy to have him on one of my songs. So tune in tonight. Make sure you listen to it. But today, in Behind the Songs, we're going to be talking about Love for Me, one of my personal favorite songs, but I didn't actually write it. So I have the man who actually did write it. His name is Patrick. He also features on, I think, 2 songs on the album as well?
2.
Maybe 3? Because 2. We have the 4-1 Blue song as well. Or is it just 2?
Love for Me, that's it.
Yeah, so just 2 songs. But anyway, he's a talented writer, talented artist in his own right.
Oh,
so yeah, no problem, man. But so he actually wrote these lyrics, and they really resonated with me, with how I was feeling. And yeah, so Patrick and I have been good friends for a long time. We have been through similar situations, and we kind of find peace in making music. But yeah, with that being said, you want to say anything?
No, not really. I'm just excited to get into it.
Good stuff. Well, let's get into it. Here's Love for Me.
You're so cool, are you done? Nothing affects you, right?
You spent that with that guy to get a reaction out of
Yo,
him?
this intro we put in was absolutely perfect.
You knew what you were looking for, too.
Yeah, this intro is absolutely perfect.
I just want to know if I give you something, you're not just gonna take it and run.
No, baby, don't say that. Yes, mom, I'm okay. I just had my ups and downs. Love had me for like a clown. But it's good, I'm okay now. I'm okay now. I'm okay now.
So yeah, essentially what this song is about is bouts with depression. So just like come right out and say it. At least that's what it is for me. So I know I've struggled, talking to my mom or talking to my parents or family about my depression and my struggles. And she would always ask me how are you doing? Are you doing okay? Because she was my mom, and she could tell that something was off. But yeah, so it's just basically like me telling my mom, I'm good. I know I have my ups and downs, and it all revolves around this failed relationship that we've been talking about for the past few episodes.
Yeah, pretty much that. It was a reactionary writing to a breakup, and trying to focus around the conversations I was having with the girl. No, baby, don't say that. That's in the process of the breakup, and then trying to tell my mom, no, I'm fine. It was just love had me fooled. I thought everything was good. I thought she was the one. Whatever, but it wasn't. And then I say it's I'm all good now. But deep down, I know that she didn't actually love me. That no matter the struggles that we went through. Wasn't there. Tough.
Tough. That's what it is, though. It's tough.
Yeah.
A little bit of sarcasm.
No, baby, don't say that. Yes, mom, I'm okay. I just had my ups and downs. Love had me fooled like a clown. But it's good, I'm okay now. But deep down, I know that this is just an act. Love for you, lack. Tell me it's not true. Fuck you, I hate you too. No, I take it all back. I swear I'll pick up all the slack.
So yeah, those lines really hit home with me, because when I was in this relationship, we'd often fight, and it's like, fuck you, no, fuck you, and I guess that's common in every relationship, but we fought more than usual, or at least in the relationship that I was in. And every time we'd fight, I'd be like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. I'm leaving. So, and every time I did that, it was like, I would get back and I would finally like cool off and everything would be good. And I'd be like, shit, like I really didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Anything that I said, I was just mad, da da da. And we'd end up getting back together. But yeah.
Yeah, I wrote it with kind of thinking of like going through the stages of grief. I guess they're taken out of order for this one, but first it was denial, like tell me it's not true, and then it quickly escalated to anger, and it was just fighting. I blamed her, she blamed me, a lot of back and forth. But this was the beginning of me actually trying to come to terms with the end of a relationship. Pretty much it.
Enough said.
Don't leave me alone, toxic me to the bone. You are all I have, you're right, can't look back, can't look back. No baby, don't say that, yes.
So, as you can see, Patrick's vision, Patrick's idea of the stages of grief. And yeah, towards the end there, it's like, no, like I really want you back, like please don't leave me, like, and I'm begging for this relationship to still work, even though we were fighting a lot. And yeah, ultimately in actual life, that's not how it goes, like, or not how it went, at least for me. I didn't want to pursue that relationship any longer, partially because of those fights, but some of the other things that we talked about in previous videos and previous content on other songs.
Yeah, it was just plagued by thoughts. I didn't want to be left alone with that because I was the only person I felt really comfortable going to help me through tough times. But now the fact that I don't have that outlet anymore was kind of different. It was new. It was hard to adjust to. So I had to battle being mad at her with wanting her back and wanting her comfort through a trying time, but knowing that like the chorus says, love for me you lack. She stopped loving. That's what it was.
I'm okay, yeah. I just had my ups and downs. Love had me fooled like a clown, but it's good, I'm okay now. But deep down I know that this is just an act. Love for me you lack. Seems like every day it's been overcast since I've seen you last. Life's a game of who can last longer without breaking.
So, I can tell you what this meant for me, and it's kind of difficult because just trying to rationalize, like, I mean, what is life? Like, sometimes I would get so down and depressed that I would be like, life has no meaning. Like, I'm not meant for anything. I'm not meant here to be for anyone. And when you start thinking those things, it gets really dark really quick, and your mind kind of goes to the worst places. And for anyone out there that has felt that or had those thoughts, you know exactly what I'm saying. And sadly, a lot of people don't make it away from those thoughts. So thoughts and prayers go to those people and their families. But yeah, just like I was wearing last week in our last episode a t-shirt, kind of jokingly, but it says life's a joke. But that's how I feel sometimes. Like, life is just meaningless.
Yeah, the section that's just played after the breakup, obviously it's not easy. It's never easy.
No.
So every day seemed like overcast, no shine, no sun, no happiness, no warmth, just cold and dark. And the line, life's a game of who can last longer without breaking. I don't know, I feel like that's pretty true. How much can you take before you kick the bucket? What pushes you over the limit? If you're trying to win a breakup, a lot of people try to win a breakup,
right.
Like who can get into a relationship sooner, or who can have a better glow up or whatever it is, which I don't like. It's not, you don't win a breakup.
Right, there's no such thing. To me, that's just stupid. Like, I was never one creeping on my ex. Like, once I was done. Like, I wasn't you know, looking up, seeing if she was in a relationship, because like I knew ultimately that was just gonna make me feel more shitty. So like, why not just not look? And everything's so much harder now with social media, because like everyone's posting shit, and you know, they only show what they want the world to see of themselves. And when you are in a relationship with this person, you know that's not what it's actually like. It's not all fairy tales and butterflies.
Yeah, so the line basically is like you don't win a breakup, you just kind of get through it, and it's all about just getting through the hard times. That's all life is. It's just getting through the hard times and enjoying the nice times, but to have the nice times, you got to go through the tough times. So that's what you make life. It is what you make of it. So you got to get through the tough times.
Real shit. Couldn't say it any better myself.
They say life is for the taking, but why am I here empty-plated? Why am I here empty-plated? Women I just can't seem to get. I fucked up, I must admit. Most days I just stare at these empty chairs, so I'll sit here waiting for the next verse while cracking open a beer. To all my loyal friends, cheers. To all my loyal friends, cheers. No, baby, don't stay.
So, yeah, I know this probably meant something completely different than what you meant from those lines, but
Art's subjective.
yeah, true. But at least what I got out of it, and when I was recording it, and now when I listen back to it, it makes me feel some type of way, because when I was freshly out of a relationship, like the line, women I just can't seem to get, like I would date and maybe go on 1 or 2 dates with a girl, and then I'd kind of label it like, yeah, this isn't going to work for this reason. And it would always be like small reasons, like, I don't know, like I didn't like the way that she talked about a certain topic, or we just didn't share some of the same values, like, and I would just find the smallest detail and be like, all right, it's not going to work, and then stop trying. So it was almost like for a while, like I couldn't get close to a woman because the past relationship screwed me up so bad. So it often left me like lonely and wondering, and I just like would be sitting around and basically nothing to do, just looking at these empty chairs. And yeah, so but hopefully or thankfully I should say, my friends were there for me in some of the darkest times. And I suggest that if you guys have close friends, or even if you don't, find someone that you can talk to, because if you can talk to people about your problems, especially people that are close to you and that you trust, it goes a long way. It really does.
I remember writing this.
Yeah.
I did. I remember I was in Brackenridge. I was in my dorm. It must have been like 2 a.m. or something. I did a lot of writing late at night because class was during the day. And I remember I was sitting in a chair in the living room drinking a Natty Light.
Oh, Natty.
I mean, come on, it's college. And then I remember looking over like texts or old pictures, whatever, and just being like, I don't know where it went wrong. And then reading like her reasoning for it and what she was saying to me, and I was like, I don't get it. I don't get women. I thought I was doing fine, whatever. And then I looked around the room, and I was like, wow, pretty alone. And the empty chairs line, there's 2 couches, 2 chairs other than the one I was sitting in the living room. So I looked around, I was like, there's just a ton of empty chairs. So that inspired the empty chairs one. And I was like, well, I'm drinking, but I guess in spirit, my friends would be drinking with me if they knew, if I reached out. And so that's pretty much the inspiration for that part. I really like that second verse.
I remember trying to record that. It was an absolute nightmare. I must have had to like do 370 takes just to get it right and get it absolutely perfect the way that we wanted it to sound. But it was well worth it. It was well worth the 370 some takes.
I do love this song. It is also one of my personal favorites. 100%.
Yes, Mom, I'm okay. I just had my ups and downs. Love had me fooled like a clown, but it's good, I'm okay now. But deep down I know that this is just enough.
much as I love that song, would love to take credit. That last part was all Jay here. Like I wasn't expecting it. You went in the studio and just belted it. So that wasn't even my idea. So Jay really took a great liberty with that, and I couldn't be happier with that last edition.
Yeah.
My only regret is that I didn't come up with it first.
You and I play so well off of each other, though.
Yes,
so
sir.
there's definitely going to be more music coming from collaborations from both of us. So
Wink, wink.
yeah, just wait. But yeah, so that's the end of episode 4. Thank you for watching. Yeah, don't forget, new single tonight. So stay tuned. Make sure that you like that on Spotify. And if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on Spotify and subscribe to me on YouTube while you're at it. All right. Thank you.
Shout out Ethan Asher. You murdered the feature.
Shout out Ethan. Thank you.